You're welcome to Daily Bread. This is Joshua Jeremiah, your host. It's a great honor and a great privilege sharing God's word with you. We don't take this for granted. We give God all the praise and glory for this opportunity. And we thank God for you as well for taking the time to watch and to share these with as many as you know. Please continue to do that. Help us spread this everywhere. That way it can get to the ends of the earth, blessing, impacting, transforming the lives of many to the glory of God in Jesus' mighty name. The exploits of some of the mighty men of David. These were his helpers of destiny, people who came to help him become all God has called him to be. May God surround you with genuine, strong, and mighty people for greater exploits, who are with you as your genuine helpers of destiny. They are not there to help themselves, but to help you. Because there are those who are around you, but are there to help themselves. They are there to leech on you and use you for their own good only. May God surround you with genuine people who are there not to help themselves, but help you. The assignment in your life is to help you become all God has called you to. Oh, there are people like that. God gives such assignments. They come to you. The assignment is to see to it that you become all God has called you to be. That's the assignment. In that, they find their own fulfillment. In that, they come into the fullness of all that God has given them to do. In 2 Samuel 23, verse 8 to 23, I read from the New Living Translation. These are the names of David's mightiest warriors. The first was Jashobim, the Hecomanite, who was a leader of the three elitist warriors, the three mightiest warriors among David's men. He once used his spear to kill 800 enemy warriors in a single battle. Next in rank among the three were Eleazar, the son of Dodai, a descendant of Ahoai. Once Eleazar and David stood together against the Philistine when the entire Israelite army had fled. He killed the Philistines until his hand was too tired to lift his sword, and the Lord gave him a great victory that day. The rest of the army did not return until it was time to collect the plunder. Just look at the exploits of some of these people. Next in rank was Shammah, the son of Agi from Hara. One time, the Philistines gathered at Lehi and attacked the Israelites in a field full of lentils. The Israelite army fled, but Shammah held his ground in the middle of the field and beat back the Philistines. So the Lord brought out a great mighty victory. Once during the harvest, when David was at the cave of Adullam, the Philistine army was camped in the valley of Rephaim. The three who were among the 30, an elite group among David's fighting men, went down to meet him there. David was staying in a stronghold at that time, and the Philistine detachment had occupied the town of Bethlehem. David remarked longingly to his men, "Oh, how I would love some of that good water from the well by the gate in Bethlehem." So the three broke through the Philistines' line, drew water from the well by the gate. Three of them went into the midst of the Philistines, broke right through them, got to the gate of Bethlehem, fetched water from that well and brought it back to David. But he refused to drink it. Instead, he poured it out as an offering to the Lord because it was not just water anymore. These guys laid their lives for it. And listen to what David said, verse 17. The Lord forbid that I should drink this, he exclaimed. This water is as precious as the blood of these men who risked their lives to bring it to me. So David did not drink it. These are examples of the exploits of the three. Abishai, son of Zeruiah, the brother of Joab, was a leader of the 30. He once used his spear to kill 300 enemy warriors. These are warriors. These are courageous men. These are men who would stand against all oppositions and fight through, never quit, never turn back, never run away, regardless of what happens. These are the helpers of destiny. These are people who surrounded David. Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, the brother of Joab, was the leader of the 30. He once used his spear to kill 300 enemy warriors in a single battle. It was by such feats that he became as famous as the three. Abishai was the most famous of the 30 and was their commander, though he was not one of the three. There was also Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, a valiant warrior from Kabizeel. He did many heroic deeds, which included killing 2 champions of Moab. Another time, on a snowy day, he chased a lion down into a pit and killed it. Once, armed only with a club, he killed a great Egyptian warrior who was armed with a spear. Benaiah wrenched the spear from the Egyptian's hand and killed him with it. Deeds like these made Benaiah as famous as the 3 mightiest warriors. He was more honored than the other members of the 30, though he was not one of the 3, and David made him captain of his bodyguards. May God surround you with, it's my prayer. Look at the exploits. These are people that David surrounded himself with. But don't forget, they were not all like this all their lives. Once they came to him, they had nothing to offer. David had all to offer. They were in debt, distressed, discontented, had nothing to offer to him. They were entirely dependent on him. And David did not discard them, did not throw them away. He saw them as raw materials that if you invest in, you will reap in years to come. And so he invested his time, his resources, the grace of God upon his life, poured into them, equipped, empowered, transformed them. Look at what they became. Mighty men with David. These mighty men of David, everywhere David went, they went with him. When David left the throne, when his son came after him, they followed him. Everywhere he went, they never left him, because the men had come to understand our destiny is tied to this man. We were nothing when we came, but look at how our lives have transformed. May God surround you with mighty men and women who can do what you do and even better in Jesus' mighty name. Oh, some people easily are afraid. It's because they are small statured people, weak-minded people. If you cannot surround yourself with people who can do what you do and even better, that's what you are. You are a small-minded person. You're easily intimidated. You have a poor self-image. And so what these kind of people do is that they surround themselves with yes men, weak people. They are the only ones who can do what they do. All the others around them cannot do it. That's a sign of weakness. And you will not go far. May God surround you with mighty men and women who can do what you do and even better. That's greatness. God bless you and keep it till we meet again in Jesus' mighty name.